wonderful people. I just want to have a conversation about a recent trip that I had. So many times we hear so many wonderful things about Puerto Rico, besides probably the hurricane, which was very, very devastating. And I pray that those people who went through that or who are still going through that are able to continuously prosper and do well. For me, my experience in Puerto Rico was something that there was no way I could have planned for it. And I just kind of want to share, I guess maybe like a story time for people who are interested in going to Puerto Rico. Things to just maybe be aware of, or just to hear what I kind of went through, so like no one else has to go through it. Some of these things I think could have been avoided. Other things probably maybe not so much. I will just share my experience because my cousin who went with me, he's not here to speak exactly on what he actually went through, so I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I do want to share a couple of stories with you guys. Okay, so my birthday was May 26th, and for my birthday I went to Puerto Rico. So being that it was in the United States or as a U.S. territory, there were just things that I just assumed. For instance, that my phone would work, and that was just not necessarily the case. And it could be due to the fact I don't know how roaming things go and how that works. So without knowing that at the time, I literally had no internet. So getting around Puerto Rico was very, very, very hard for me, especially renting the car. I literally had old school with the map trying to figure out like, hey, is this street? And just asking random people. So that was definitely number one thing that like shocked me about going to Puerto Rico. The other thing that shocked me about the island was Old San Juan. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. You should go. Take plenty of pictures. But what you should not do, you should not park in Old San Juan because you may get a ticket. And that is something that I got. I got a $250 parking ticket in San Juan. So that was very not good for part of my birthday experience. As well as the third thing that happened to me in Puerto Rico, and I'm not blaming Puerto Rico or the people. This was just my experience and a reason why I probably wouldn't go back to San Juan. There's definitely places I would go back to just to see it, which would be Vieje, which is one of the smaller islands around Puerto Rico, as well as Ponce, which it just looks gorgeous, and Recon, because I do want to go surfing. But going back to one of the major reasons that just it really kind of got underneath my skin when I was there was the hotel situations. Being that I have someone who I know, great person, who works at a third party agency, I decided to use a third party agency to book my itineraries for lodging. One of the lodging told me, two different ones that I used, that I didn't have a room and I would have to stay in my older room that I had provided for my cousin who got there earlier before I did, and they were still charging me for that more expensive room. So I am currently, right now, still fighting to get my refund because it was a lot of money. Yeah. The second hotel that we stayed at, we ended up driving all the way there, getting there a little late, and when we got there after being at the rainforest for hours and ATV riding before we got to the rainforest, they told us we didn't have a spot. So it's like 6 o'clock. I'm like, oh my goodness, like we're in a whole nother city from San Juan, okay? And on the internet it said confirmed, everything is good. But when I got there, she was like, yeah, no, you do not have a place to stay and we do not have any more rooms. So I guess you're going back to San Juan. And so luckily I had this thing in my head where I wanted to stay in a hostel. So we had to stay in a hostel that night. So pretty much those were some very traumatic things that happened to me that just made me, it didn't really, okay, it did dampen my birthday. I did definitely have a lot of fun, which if you watch some of my videos, you can see us zip lining, you can see us ATV riding, you can see us in the rainforest. Like, we had a lot of fun. We partied really hard. But the thing about it was those were some of the major things that really didn't allow my mind to just relax and enjoy my birthday, because I was constantly worried about, like, am I going to get my money back for this? Do I have a place to stay? You know, and so also the whole phone thing, that just really had me going, whew. Not being able to call, not knowing if, like, I was going to get charged certain things. So having Wi-Fi was very, very important. And also gas. Yeah, gas. I definitely forgot to tell you about that. I don't know if it was just the places that I went to get gas, but in America, what you can do is you can just go to the thing, swipe your card, press, you know, whatever you want, regular, diesel, and then, you know, pump your gas. And whatever, you know, the amount of gas that your car takes, it takes that off of your card. Well, in Puerto Rico, and I don't know if I don't, if I'm wrong, someone just comment it below. But I prepaid for gas, and I asked the lady if, you know, my car doesn't take that much, because we're renting a car going all around the different places in Puerto Rico that, you know, for some reason I just wanted to explore. If the car didn't take that much money, would it be put on back on my card? So she said yes, it would. And I will preface this by saying her English wasn't really that good, so I'm not sure if she understood my question. But when I got back home and I put $30 on the pump, the car only took $23. I was still charged for the $30. So I definitely had to do a lot of, you know, recalling what I spent, how much it exactly was. So I don't know if anyone else has had this experience in Puerto Rico. Beautiful island, you definitely should visit. But yeah. It kind of really wasn't the best birthday, but it was a really good birthday. So shout out to my cousin for coming with me, for allowing me to plan it. This just allowed me to figure out how to plan better for other trips. And if this is something that you guys are interested in hearing more about, my different trips or itineraries that I've done, I would love to share them with you. So please like, share, follow, drop some comments of places I should go. I have a few. I'm not sure if I'll be able to go there solo or with someone, so we'll see how it goes. So thank you guys for listening. I hope I brought up some topics that could potentially help you if you ever go to Puerto Rico. Once again, I would love to go back. Maybe not anytime soon, but probably not back to San Juan either. So Recon, Viges, or Ponce, and just go the southern part of the southern west part of Puerto Rico. Yep. All right. Thanks, guys, for listening, and have a wonderful day.